welcome to List Lab. Today we are counting down 10 vast Neolithic and prehistoric stone sites across the Middle East that raise one central question. Do these monuments point to a lost civilization linking these landscapes, or are we looking at different ancient communities solving similar problems in similar ways? On this channel, we explore mainstream archaeology and alternative theories in a balanced and fair way. If you enjoy that approach, subscribe and share your view in the comments. Number 10. Arabian Harrat stone alignments. Across the black lava fields of Western Arabia, long lines of stones stretch over the landscape in shapes that often only make sense from the air. Some of these alignments run for kilometers, bending and looping in ways that suggest planning rather than chance. They attract attention because they seem too structured to be random, yet too low and too irregular to function as simple walls or barriers. Some alternative interpretations suggest these were territorial markers, ceremonial routes, or symbolic messages laid into the land itself. Others argue their importance has been underestimated because remote desert archaeology is difficult, expensive, and often incomplete. The strongest evidence shows these alignments sit alongside other prehistoric features such as cairns and hunting traps, forming part of a much wider cultural landscape. Field studies confirm they are human-made and often ancient, although not all were constructed in the same period. What is confirmed is that early communities reshaped these lava fields on a significant scale. What remains uncertain is whether these alignments serve practical, symbolic, or several overlapping purposes. Number 9. Negev Desert Enclosures. In the Negev Desert, low stone enclosures are scattered across ridges and near ancient water sources. At first glance, they look like simple pens, camps, or small compounds. They stand out because their distribution suggests organized activity in what seems like a harsh and sparsely occupied landscape. Some alternative theories propose these were ritual spaces or markers of an early desert society whose complexity has been underestimated. Others suggest they may have functioned as temporary centers for seasonal gatherings and exchange. The strongest evidence comes from excavation work indicating pastoral use, including signs of animal herding and short-term occupation. Nearby ritual sites and standing stones also point to a cultural dimension that goes beyond basic survival. What is confirmed is that mobile communities used these structures to organize life in the desert. What remains uncertain is whether they reflect one connected cultural system or several groups adapting independently through time. Number 8. Jibal al-Khashabiyeh Kite Complex. In southeastern Jordan, a dense concentration of desert kites creates one of the most striking prehistoric landscapes in the region. These structures use long stone walls to funnel animals into enclosed trapping areas. They drew major attention when carved stones were found that appear to show detailed layouts of the kites themselves. Some alternative interpretations suggest these carvings represent early mapping, planning, or shared design knowledge within a coordinated hunting society. Others argue the carvings may be symbolic representations rather than practical plans. The strongest evidence shows that these kites include features such as pit traps and match closely with the carved layouts. Archaeological dating places their use firmly in the Neolithic period. What is confirmed is that these were large-scale hunting systems that required cooperation, communication, and planning. What remains uncertain is how widely this knowledge was shared and whether it spread between regions or developed locally. Number 7. Stone wheels. Across parts of Jordan and Syria, circular stone formations known as wheels appear across the desert landscape. Many include spokes radiating from a central point, creating geometric designs best seen from above. They attract attention because they resemble large-scale patterns, similar to geoglyphs or planned symbolic landscapes. Some alternative theories suggest they had astronomical functions or may have worked as seasonal markers or calendars. Others propose they were symbolic structures linked to burial, memory, or social identity. The strongest evidence includes scientific dating that places some wheels in late prehistory, along with the presence of burial cairns in or near them. Their placement also suggests deliberate positioning within the wider landscape. What is confirmed is that these are human-made structures built with scale, planning, and intent. What remains uncertain is whether all wheels served the same purpose, or whether their meaning changed over time. Number 6. Saudi Arabian gates. In the lava fields of Harrat, hundreds of rectangular stone structures known as gates have been identified. From above, they appear as long barred shapes laid across the volcanic terrain. They gained attention largely through satellite imagery because their form is difficult to understand at ground level. Their purpose remains unclear, leading to alternative theories ranging from ritual spaces to territorial markers or root systems. Some suggest they are part of a larger organized pattern that has not yet been fully understood. The strongest evidence shows they belong to a broader family of prehistoric stone structures spread across Arabia. However, many have still not been excavated, which limits precise dating and interpretation. What is confirmed is that they are deliberate constructions distributed across a very wide area. What remains uncertain is their exact function and whether they represent one cultural tradition or several. Number 5. Khatt Shebib Wall. The Khatt Shebib is a long stone wall stretching across southern Jordan for many kilometers. It appears as a continuous boundary, yet in many places it is low, broken, and far from imposing. That has led to debate about its purpose, because it does not resemble a typical defensive wall. Some alternative interpretations suggest it marked a boundary between farming land and pastoral land. Others propose it may preserve the outline of a forgotten political, economic, or social division in the ancient landscape. The strongest evidence from aerial surveys and limited dating suggests it was built in sections over time rather than in a single effort. It also intersects with other structures, pointing to multiple phases of use and reuse. What is confirmed is that it is a large-scale human construction with deliberate placement. What remains uncertain is its exact age and whether it served defense, organization, symbolism, or a mix of all three. Number 4. Desert kites. Desert kites are vast prehistoric stone hunting structures found across the Middle East. They use long walls that converge into enclosed areas, creating systems designed to trap animals. They attracted attention because of their immense size and the level of coordination needed to build them. Some alternative theories suggest they point to a highly organized Neolithic society with shared knowledge stretching across regions. Others argue their effect on animal populations and human settlement patterns may have been greater than once believed. The strongest evidence comes from excavations revealing pit traps and associated tools. Rock art also appears to depict similar structures in active use. What is confirmed is that these were hunting systems used by prehistoric communities on a very large scale. What remains uncertain is how often they were used, who controlled them, and how widely the knowledge behind them spread. Number 3. Mustatils. Mustatils are long rectangular stone enclosures found in northwestern Saudi Arabia. They are often built in clusters and can reach remarkable sizes. They gained attention because their design does not match typical domestic buildings, settlements, or defensive structures. Some alternative interpretations suggest they formed part of a widespread ritual network extending across a much larger sacred landscape. Others propose their significance has only now come into focus because aerial archaeology has transformed what researchers can see. The strongest evidence comes from excavations showing animal remains and other ritual deposits. Their distribution also aligns with ancient environmental conditions that would have supported larger gatherings. What is confirmed is that they were intentionally built and used for ceremonial purposes. What remains uncertain is the full meaning of those rituals and how widespread or unified the practice really was. Number 2. Karahan Tepe and Tas Tepeler. In southeastern Turkey, Karahan Tepe is part of a wider group of Neolithic sites known as Tas Tepeler. These sites reveal multiple locations with large stone structures, carved features, and signs of organized activity. They attracted attention because they suggest monument building was not limited to one exceptional site. Some alternative theories propose a connected network of early societies sharing ideas, beliefs, and construction knowledge. Others suggest this may represent an early form of organized civilization before the later urban world. The strongest evidence shows repeated architectural styles and cultural patterns across several sites. Excavations also reveal signs of daily life existing alongside monumental construction. What is confirmed is that this region hosted complex Neolithic communities with shared traits. What remains uncertain is how closely these sites were linked and how much they influenced later societies. Number 1. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is a prehistoric site in southeastern Turkey featuring massive stone pillars arranged in circular enclosures. It is one of the earliest known examples of monumental architecture, dating to around the 10th millennium BC. It gained global attention because it challenges the idea that complex monuments only emerged after farming and settled life. Some alternative interpretations suggest it was built by an advanced lost civilization or functioned as an astronomical observatory. Others argue its true importance has been reshaped by modern assumptions about what early societies were capable of. The strongest evidence comes from detailed excavation and dating, showing multiple construction phases and deliberate burial. Nearby findings suggest food preparation and daily activity took place alongside ritual behavior. What is confirmed is that Göbekli Tepe marks a major shift in how early humans organized themselves. What remains uncertain is its exact purpose and what it ultimately reveals about the origins of civilization. These Neolithic and prehistoric structures suggest that early communities shaped the Middle East in ways we are still trying to understand. Which site stood out to you the most, and what do you think it reveals about our distant past? If you enjoyed this investigation, like the video, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.